capital, where the bachelors... Fuck. Oh, I see we're off to a great start. Splendid. Oh, wow, look at this. This actually looks pretty good. Ah, we meet again. Q to see things worthy of your attention. To reflect upon a person or an object, you must approach them closely while in concentration mode. What's up with that? Round and round, hour after hour. Imagine you are a clock's hand. Minkowski. Closing the loop. All this stuff. Oh, the days maybe? Or something? I don't know. Whatever. The god of death, weighing a very small heart against a very small feather. Oil on canvas. I guess I'll give you all chat. No? Whose reflection are you? Can't remember the name nor the face. They are human too. There's nothing here. Someone died here, a fellow of infinite jest, of most excellent fancy. Oh, wait. Are you... kinda look...
It's not love of living that drives us to
Holy
overcome
moly.
death.
She looks pretty good. I mean, they always had pretty good models in the little scenes like this. Seraphima, why aren't you in the interrogation yet, Bachelor? You're supposed to be there already. They told me it's not an interrogation, actually. They just want to talk. I'm a witness, not a suspect. For now.
Like old Professor Luria used to say,
Jeez.
every cobbler should stick to his last.
It's kind of startling when they just swoop in like... Yeah. Looks pretty good. And hang on, Chief. Did they summon you because of the Natica? Will the order to shut the laboratory down be revoked? Postponed? I don't know. No, I believe I was summoned because of the sand plague. They fear the epidemic might have already spread here, to the capital. Spectator. So you're that doctor who first discovered this deadly epidemic, this dirt disease. Is it true that it killed off a whole step town in a week? 25,000 dead? Seraphima. Listen to me. All of this is just hearsay. Please leave our director alone. He has important work to do. And you, Chief, should hurry off now. Your appointment is at 8. Spectator. No, answer me this. Since you're the one in charge, is it true or not? You said the disease was already in the capital. I never said that. I said they believe the epidemic might have already spread here. That is what I said. And the bureaucrats are usually wrong. Oh shit. Oh no, I'm gonna die, huh? Day 8, in which the Bachelor says farewell to hopes and tries to something. Ooh. Hello, old friend. It's just a person in a theatrical costume. You gave it to him, Denkovsky. What's with this flinching? Executor. You can go no further. Quarantine. Oh, quarantine. That's nice. Enough cawing. It was I who set up the quarantine in the first place. Executor. I didn't recognize you at first glance. You've changed quite a bit after a week in our town. I'm Slava Kremenets, number 72. The last of the volunteer orderlies corps. Whatever. Since you're here, consider this my resignation. I do not accept your resignation. There's still hope. Executor. You promised to save our town, but all you leave behind are ashes and graves. What lies ahead of you is not the step, but a fog of uncertainty. So where will you go now, oh man who lost to death? What a way to talk to me, 72. Grow too fond of your mask? Abide by the protocol and stop with the implications. Executor. People whisper rumors that only a doctor in town plans to abandon them, to flee. The most fortunate, the survivors, already plan their own escapes. Could they be saved? The sand pest should be kept within town limits, or else it will devour the whole nation. Some of the survivors might be infected. Quarantine means quarantine. Executor. Each decision leads to regret the next day. Each step, the abyss. How can one sleep after that? Vita somnium breve. Executor. Nightmares multiply in darkness. It's their nutrient medium, just like blood for a plague. I'm not afraid of nightmares. Reality is much more horrific. Executor. The light of salvation burns and then fades, like hope, like someone's life on a hospital bed. Do you think you'll manage to escape? She already follows you, trying to reach you. She won't just let you leave. Death? Executor. You're a fool, Bachelor Denkovsky. Conscience. Of course it's conscience. You cannot run from your conscience, not even on a train. No. You'd be lucky to even board that train alive. And what form your conscience assumes, that is on you and your broken imagination. My conscience is clear. I did all I could for the town. One person alone cannot fight an outbreak of unknown disease. Executor. Come back to where you came from, Doctor. Try to become your old self again. Just don't forget the matches. Thank you, 72, if it's really you, for all your volunteer service. You too did all you could. Press G to strike and throw a match. Oh, on the fire. The word vaccine is derived from vodka, meaning cow. You brought this medicine on your horns and paid for it with your lives. Yeah, vodka. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, yeah, I want to say this is, so far, this is running a lot better than the second game. stench. I'm gonna be ill. Out, out. Oh my gosh. What the? What? Okay, that was supposed to happen. The day before on which the Bachelor leaves the capital. Hold on a damn minute. I'm drinking my coffee. The liquidation order isn't in yet. They have no right. They keep knocking, beasts of burden, talentless morons. All they want is to stomp someone's face into the ground. Oh yeah, I don't want to open the door. We used to keep Calyptra Dalictri here. They feed on blood, but the simple fragile butterflies that feed on flowers and light were stronger. Nice collection. We are dying every minute of our lives. I have challenged this unfortunate phenomenon. An undoubtedly surmountable phenomenon. We're seeking the cure to old age and death, a pill to cure the void. A shameful escape, a daring hope. Whoever grabs the bluebird by the tail will see the souls of things. We're seeking the cure to old age. Can I open? Oh yeah, I can. Ooh. Damn it. Oh, I could just hit take all, I guess. Revolver. I don't want to become Death's henchman, but if anyone thinks they can bully me, demand more than what they need, or trample on my dignity, they're wrong. I don't even know how to whip it out. Oh. Isidore Barak's message. How your letter finds me. Read Isidore's letter. Oh my gosh. They're pounding. I'll drown that out some. My dear Bachelor Denkovsky, I was dismayed to learn that the powers that be intend to shut down the laboratory that earned its renown through your thanatology research. Is it true they branded your work scientific extremism? If some deem the study of death, aging, and necrosis futile, I have found a case that will silence them and restore your good name. Simon Kane, the ruler of our town, is a living example of inexplicable longevity. Come at once. This discovery could be a sensation. Save your lab and bring you your fame. Your faithful colleague, Isidore Barak. P.S. I have already spoken to Simon. He agreed to assist a scholar of your renown in this endeavor. We have great respect for daring ideas and far-fetched projects. We made great progress in calculations of human life, but failed to calculate a course in academia that would be acceptable for the powers that be. Excuse me.
You asked for it, you got it, Chief. You have too much of a spine.
Why are you looking at the ceiling while you're saying that shit? Seraphima, do you hear those particular footsteps on the stairs? Ominous footsteps? I think they're coming for us. If they catch you here, there's no telling what might happen. You could be even arrested.
Dull, yes. Cheap. Always. Same as always. I still love them, though.
Len, shall I continue? The ruling goes on. Thanatica, the nation's only laboratory specializing in novel life extension techniques, comes across as pseudoscientific wild goose chase. This is so-called effective immortality project. There'll be an inquiry based on our results at the Academy's Special Commission, which, as you know, Karlovich is on. Seraphima. They'll wipe the floor with your Karlovich, and he'll just throw up his hands, like he did in the immunology affair last year. He's not going out on a limb for you. Wasn't him in July going around here saying he was disappointed? Or do I have him mixed up with someone? It happens when you're tired. Instead of sarcasm, why don't we try thinking? It sometimes leads to astonishing results. Platin. Oh, but there's more. Has, according to a number of scientists, including Voronin, Ziegler, and Villanovich, achieved significant breakthroughs. We can skip this part. There. In view of academic council deeming it lack any prospects whatsoever, the only rational course of action, Seraphima, would be to suspend the research, transfer the laboratory to the purview of the Chemistry Institute, and dismiss its staff. I can recite it from memory by now. Perhaps you could retell it in verse, Platin. It would calm you down and put things in broader perspective. I won't let them. It's my life's work. I don't know to what extent you two might say the same. However, Platin, actually, there is still hope, Bachelor. We present them that immortal man from the central step. What was his name? Shane? Ivan? Kane. Simon Kane. Seraphima. No time, colleagues, no time. They're already climbing the stairs. Dankowski, you need to run. There'll be no commission while you're gone. We can stall the proceedings. Go and fetch us an immortal. Right away. Plan. We'll tell them you're away on a trip. For once, the red tape will play into our hands. We'll stall. Reports, audits, you name it. An appeal if all else fails. But if they find you, they'll convene and force us to testify, and we won't be able to wriggle out of it. Seraphima. I agree. If you leave before you're handed the ruling, it's their fault for missing you. But if you wait until afterwards, that's obstruction. They won't miss a chance to hold it against you. They'll use whatever pretext they can. What about you two? Seraphima. Bah. What would they want with us? You're the big name scientist, so act like it. You're the only one they need. And that Sheen person is just who you need. Kane. Seraphima, oh for God's sake. Platin, shall we toss them out the window? That's it. They're here. Hear those voices? They must be deciding whose head is hard enough to batter down the door with. Get out. The eastbound train departs at 4:15. You can make it right on time. Thank you, I will not let us down. Platin, oh wait. One last thing. Have a look at this while you're on your way. You've been promising to for 3 months already, but you never found the time. It's a tool for studying tuberculosis. The air humidity thing, remember? Kaufman, Gorski, and Stein. Right. Those postgraduates with their heads in the clouds. It's long past time. How's it work? Platin, there's no time. Take their papers and read them on your way. We have more pressing issues right now. Case in point, when is report S104 coming in? You know, the cytological. Seraphima. He's trying to be funny or what? Get out, Chief. Use the back door and don't come back without your immortal. I'll be back in a week. Come Scudo. In Scudo. Whatever. Scudo my ass. Out the door.
Need to do the reverse transcriptase
Holy
test
fuck.
again. Pretty sure we missed the heat mark in the 4th series.
Stop scaring me like that. Seraphima. Wait, just one more thing. One more, what might that be? Seraphima. Take care of yourself, Chief. Yo, You're so reckless. Head always in the clouds. You don't really know how to fend for yourself, do you? Do you even care about yourself? Oh, what's the worst that could happen? Oh, Seraphima, we're all doomed without you. Come on, it'll be alright. Seraphima, enough of this. Are you armed? Why? I'm armed with my vast intellect and quick wit. As long as I can open my mouth, they won't know what hit them. Daniel, are you armed? I am. Premonitus. At least I can shoot myself with this if I fail. Seraphima, have you ever even used it? Please take this seriously. Best I can do is point at someone and pretend it's loaded. Might not work on the bears, though. Seraphima, well, at least point it then. You can be very persuasive sometimes, Chief. Best of luck to you and Platon, Seraphima. I'm just joking. Oh, what the fuck? Yet again, Bachelor Dankovsky is banging his head against the closed door. Can't go through here. He doesn't even look like that in real life. He doesn't even have this haircut. How dare them? Okay, what's up with this stuff? Graduate students call him Daniel the Dinosaur, implying he's banging his head against the wall like someone they know. I happen to think he's just dead tired. Yeah, that's funny. Oh shit. One of many whose head will be put on a spike as a warning to the daring. In my expert opinion, the specimen looks more like Daniel Dankovsky. They won't even mention me in textbooks, I reckon. Not even longevity tendencies and Calyptra delicti and other bloodsuckers.
Freeze!
Oh, fuck me. No, you. Put your hands up. You already got them up. Back up. Or something. I don't know what I'm doing. Even if I had a bullet, even if I could shoot, I wouldn't stoop to. Dumb bald-headed pawns. Was that the way I was supposed to go? I don't know if I did the right thing. Frick. Alright. Oh. Taxidermy specimen can receive any cure. A closet for visual aids. Truly they are the real immortals. What does this say? I can hear you in there, hen-hearted vermin. You poured me cognac not 2 weeks ago. Cartsifits. Wait. That don't say nothing. What's this? Yet again, Bachelor Dankovsky is banging his head against the closed door. Can't go through here. I'll bang my head all I want. We all learned to do this. Why do you have to be the best student, you bastard? The order's not even in yet, but our names are already crossed out. Have they penned the epitaph too? I wonder. Does it even have accolades, or is it just dearly beloved by his friends? He has a lovely signature. Too neat, with a flourish above the first O. Voronin is a lovely person, very polite. It looked lovely. Oh, his denunciation of my lab. Oh, on his... Can't wait for the life of me remember what's behind there. My wits are scattered. They had no talent. They deserved it. You said nothing, Dinkovsky, when these new ones were closed down and evicted. Didn't they? Oh, they deserved it, didn't they? Oh, we're back out here. Oh.
I'm Daniil Denkovsky, Bachelor of Medicine. My research into the limits of human life has brought me renown. I've devoted all my energy and remarkable intellect to combating the greatest fear that binds humanity, the inevitability of imminent death. Seeking proof of my theories, I traveled to a small, steep town to examine a person of phenomenal longevity, Simon Kane. But I walked into a trap. The moment I arrived there, an unknown disease struck the town. It devoured the town like a wildfire. Its contagion and lethality surpassed anything humanity had ever faced. And I became the only doctor standing in the way of this unprecedented pestilence.
Who's the murderer? Why, you?
What was that? I didn't quite catch what you were saying. Inspector, let's go back to your testimony, Bachelor Dinkovsky. How long are you gonna drag out this dramatic pause, Inspector? Inspector, let's try to remain level-headed. This ministerial inspection of your lab, the Natica, began in early September. Your presence was required at all times. Instead, you dashed off across the country to a backwater town to bring back what might be described as a person with unique longevity, or at least the results of his medical evaluation. Inspector, yes. This town had an outbreak of some fever the scientific community had no knowledge of. As luck would have it, you were the only medical professional at the site of the event. You were forced to remain there, since leaving was impossible. You led the effort to combat the epidemic and evidently took on some field research as well. Accurate so far? Well, not inaccurate. The devil's in the details. You seem to be setting up some trap. Inspector, you did not succeed. A complete failure. It goes without saying that one would be foolish to fault a medical specialist in a situation like yours. The remoteness, the lack of communication, the hostile environment, terrible conditions for scientific work. What doctor could have possibly succeeded in those? No one blames you. On the contrary, many stopped just short of saying I deliberately brought the infection to the capital. Perhaps I should have walled myself in with the lab report pinned to my corpse. Bachelor. On the contrary, many stopped just short of saying it. Oh, we switched positions. I said I don't blame you, didn't I, Bachelor? For any of it. Did you hear me? Bachelor. Besides, that ordinance from last year? Wait, what? That's better. Tell me, if you'd be so kind, what causes your suspicions unease? I wouldn't assume a guilty conscience. Oh, what? Did something surprise you? Bachelor, I suppose we can't rule out a setup. Too many coincidences. That letter about Simon lures me to the town. No one shows me Simon. The whole place locks down, trapping me. And while I'm left to die, the Natica is destroyed just before a scientific breakthrough. My final hours are spent studying the sand pest. Crafty, I must admit. I see a worn-out man. Unsure whether he's still among the living. A man disassembled. I'm trying to help you put yourself back together. Bachelor, what do you want to know? What I could have done? Alright. My first idea was quarantine. I needed time to study the disease. So I isolated patients in their homes. No, I isolated entire districts. I tried to get at least a day ahead of it. It was spreading too swiftly. And, of course, I ensured that no one could leave the town. Were you always aware of the consequences of your decisions? Bachelor. You refer to the popular discontent. I didn't need love from them, only discipline. A difficult surgery can't be performed on a resisting patient. That's why patients get tied up, held down, or whatever, I'm having trouble with it. You know, every step I took was just fuck. Every step I took was justified, or the town wouldn't have lasted those 7 days. What I'm seeing is mistake after mistake. You're too intelligent to not suspect malicious intent here, or sabotage. Mind map. Important events happen every day. Select the day to recall what transpired. Are they all linked? The immortal man is dead. Uh-oh. This whole stupid venture of mine turned out useless. Plague in town. I've never seen such a disease before. The middle of nowhere. Town is doomed. They don't even have a hospital. Day 4. Conspiracy? It's as if Simon Kane never existed. Powers that be lured me to this town. They knew what was approaching. They're using me. Day 5. No more clues. Everyone who could know anything about Simon Kane's death, or if he even existed at all, is dead. No one to count on. The Inquisitor's arrival hasn't saved the town, or at least, or has last broken its spine. That was day 7. Day 8. I don't know if that's actually day 8. That might be day 9. The town is beheaded. No more rulers, no more heirs. And the inheritance will be gone any day now. I guess it's day 9. The army is bringing in the cannons. The powers that be have already signed the death warrant. It is your warrant, Denkovsky. Oh. Is it your warrant, Denkovsky? Or is it for the whole town? Day 10. Evian has taken her own life. Because of you, Denkovsky. Of course it's because of you. Day 11. Spasmi Mortis. The town's agony nears its final rest. The plague smiles on its ruins. Day 12. Death is vicious. Bachelor Denkovsky has suffered disgraceful defeat. Oh, shh. It goes even further. Day 1. Oh my gosh, I can read through all this? Is this like a build-up of what? Oh my gosh, there's so much to read. Day 1. She was screaming. Something's happened at the empty lot in one of the poor districts. Can't remember. The bears hid their faces. Met a strange procession near the cemetery in the evening. Obnoxious little town. Hope. Courage, Denkovsky. The Simon Kane is your only chance to save the Natica. Wait. Settled in Stillwater. Locally is nice. Let me stay. Day 1. No Simon Kane. I can't meet that supposedly immortal man. He went to the end of the world chasing nasty rumors, Denkovsky. Chaos and panic. People lost their minds. It's madness out there. Stabbings, tearing clothing off corpses. They say someone important has died. Do immortals die? If only you come to visit them, Denkovsky. No need to waste any more time in this dusty little town. It's day 2. There was never any Simon. The Kane family are pompous fools, up to their necks in naive esoterics. They must have imagined their immortal Simon. The thread is severed. The station is all but dead. No trains are coming. It's like they never did. Alright, what's this? A sick dog. A little boy caught my sleeve, anxious about some mongrel. It's no concern of the bachelor. He should go to the local sawbones. I swore off dealing with animals while I was still doing my residency. Mold. Crude sprawl of a nasty smell. Do they at least have sewers here? The air has gone black. The factory spews some kind of soot. Olgimsky, their owner, should have thanked the heavens I'm really a government inspector. I'm not really a government inspector. Okay. One led to that. People light bonfires, day 3. Some filth creeps down the streets, making the skin of those infected crumble like sand in 5 hours. Never seen anything like it. That led to that. Meeting in the town hall. The local elites are trying to take emergency measures. They don't even have hospital in this backwater. Ridiculous. Oh, wait. A prophet of the Kane family? The Kane loves nonsense visions. Town's approaching death. Didn't listen. So there's like, oh, okay, these are the paths I took, and then these are like the alternate, I think. It's a trap. Can it be that Simon Kane has never existed? Could he have been invented to lure Denkovsky to his backwater? And I know why. Wait, does that go? The sand pest is unique. No one has ever dealt with a disease like this. I think that goes to that or that. I don't fucking. I'm no puppet. They think I'll have the cure. They think I have to cure the infection if I'm stuck in here with it. I never swore the Hippocratic Oath to the violators of free will. Away. Escape, escape, escape. By any means, at any cost. Okay, we get down here. I failed to escape. Day 5. I was disgracefully apprehended at the station. The trap has sprung. The last strand. Olgimsky's daughter told me the man who saw Kane last hides in the warehouses. All I can do is go looking for clues. It's cut. The last witness, Stock Rubin, is dead. Shobnock steps. The plague spreads across the town. I see things in the affected districts. Things are not there. It's day 6. The town clinging to hope. In this lack of thought, lack of power, people listen to the charlatans. They are ignorant, our people. So that shoots all the way up to day 10, but I do that for the Thanatica. Day 7. Saw one of the architects of the strange polyhedron tower being questioned. He chose to die rather than relinquish his blueprints. Heels clicking. Inquisitor's arrival will surely restore order. Inquisitor is a headsman. Half the town elites in prison. The other hanging on a noose. Still nothing's improved. The hangman. Judgment without a court, day 8. The crazed crowd didn't forgive the town's judge for failing to keep order. What's this? The left hand lacks the right. Olgimsky, the factory owner, doesn't have the air anymore. The reins are loose. All 3 ruling families are torn apart, broken, plowed over. The time has cast them aside. It's day 9. Tower is falling. I can hear the fire hydrant creaking. It's going to collapse under its own weight any minute now. Why did I try? Governor Saburov's wife died at the hands of a lousy doctor. Your hands, Stankovsky. Heel traps of iron boots. They've sent in the army. Do they want your death, Stankovsky? Or are they really ready to level down this town, this pest house? Pest house. 21 grams. Trying to avenge someone? A local woman named Ravel killed the general. The army is mutinous. No stopping the people, day 10. Crowds are and anarchy rule the town. No saving the people. The plague has burned almost everyone. Science can do nothing about this disease. It can't be stopped. Day 11. Crack of gunfire. Drunken army goons shoot whichever way they please. The plague, triumphant. The sand pest has devoured the whole town. The miracle tower tilts, cracks. No, death. Okay, these are the endings, I guess. Death is victorious. Bachelor Denkovsky is dead. If we equal a man to the work of his life, or whatever. Death is victorious. The town is dead. Death is victorious. The immortal Simon Kane is dead. Death is victorious. Bachelor Denkovsky suffered disgraceful defeat.
And last year's demographic survey. Gorkon. Where is it even?
Inspector, well, why are you looking at me like that? As if you're seeing this for the first time. As if this is the first time. It's not like I've rummaged through your papers. Inspector, alright, let's look at the 5th day. Remember you seemingly admitted the vaccine was possible? You had volunteers brought to you and inoculated them with sandpest. Are you still with me, Dankovsky? Look me in the eye. Are you here? No, incorrect from the start. Do you intend to provoke me with this preposterous document? What is your goal, Inspector? Bachelor. Calm your nerves. The very reason you're sitting here is so we may find the truth, isn't it? Bachelor. I won't be intimidated. I'm a doctor, a scientist. Do you hear me? I've come back from a hell of phantasms of a nightmare could never portray. And I work there as a doctor. Do you understand? A doctor. Not an exterminator or inquisitor. Not a police inspector or army commander. I'm a medical professional. You're an intelligent man, Dr. Dankovsky. One with decisive judgment. Unafraid to make mistakes and answer for them. I admire you. Bachelor, enough with that tone. Don't you grow tired of it yourself? Put this on record. That backwater didn't have a hospital, understand? It did not have a hospital. But it did have a theater, so I repurposed it, somewhat, into a hospital. I studied patients there. Creating a vaccine was a priority. That's what I did. I vaccinated people. You did that each day, every day? Bachelor, creating a vaccine isn't as simple as brewing a cup of tea. The disease mutated fast. The scientific community had never seen anything like it. I had to create a vaccine every day. Do you understand? A new one each time. All the time. Oh. All the while, I had no equipment, no lab. I had to improvise new methods in a matter of minutes. A hospital. You know what? I believe you, but I need more details, facts. Ooh. Day 5, in which the Bachelor winds up the people. Fuck. Day 5, fifth day in the town, third one at the hospital. The plague runs rampant. I still hope to find a vaccine, but for now, only the quarantine protects people. Theater begins with the cloakroom. The hospital ends with it. Oh, tragedy and Senor, you're here. Upon the stage once more, the man who made a hospital out of the theater will have eyes on him aplenty. Do you know what the orderlies behind your back are whispering? No, what are they saying? Tragedian. They say you have a seesaw in your head. They picture you a man atop a board, atop a barrel, gun in hand, aiming as you roll and teeter to and fro. A seesaw inside my head? Maybe the rumors have a little truth to them. Tragedian. Extremes, senor. Extremes can kill you deed. Oh, extremes can kill you dead. One moment, mired in apathy. The next, in mania, trying to do everything at once. You're caught between your pounding heart and your two hesitant feet. A man of impulse, yet sometimes paralyzed. That, there, is your seesaw. Hard to not veer into extremes when the whole town is being consumed by a novel disease. Tragedian. As we stand here in the old theater, let me then play the doctor and to prescribe balance. The golden mean. The golden mean. Though you may yet be swept to Scylla, to a Charybdis, whatever. And even now, what do you feel? As soon as you approach the sick, indifference and gloom begin to burden you. You're exaggerating again. If I were really so depressed as to be catatonic, I wouldn't even start this conversation. Tragedian. With me you would, for I am but a player, a figment only in your mind. Indeed, senor. You hardly speak when your heart races, or when your mind has gone too quiet. I need to keep this unfortunate inclination in check. Tragedian. The strongest treatment is right here. The same we use to numb the hopeless sick. These drugs may work for you as well. But mind that as you take them, you become accustomed to them. And you'll need more and more each time. I am perfectly aware of that. Tragedian. But there are other ways as well. A drink and a smoke, perhaps. Things you may not expect can stabilize you. To warm yourself by the fire, wash yourself in cool water. Even kicking a trash bin in fear and frustration. You will know what helps you best. You are a scientist, so experiment. Thank you, Thespian. It's easy to forget the simplest things. Tragedian. And yet it wouldn't hurt to take some pills with you. Who knows what madness lies ahead? Take something from the hospital supplies. Besides the other fronts you struggle on, there's a struggle with yourself, senor. What could be harder? You actors do love to exaggerate. The frick? Outside lies a steep town I never should have come to, but I will have work to do inside, diagnose the sick. Is there even a reason to talk? Apathy? If you think you're seeing something terrifying, it's always just people in masks. They pass for Greek chorus if this were a tragedy, but it's all vaudeville. They're just people in masks. Anorexia, die of apathy. Huh? Uh-oh. I don't... I'm not sure what happened. Okay, I think I need mind state health. The outer scale represents mind state. Increasing mania is indicated spell wrong by the scale going clockwise. Increasing apathy counterclockwise. Avoid both extremes. They will hinder your health and abilities consumable in inventory combat. Okay. Mania, apathy, mania, strychnine. Alright, nice. Tobacco, camphor. Hey, that's, yeah, that was all messed up. Am I good? Am I good? Am I not gonna die? Orderly, I'm here to raise a collective complaint, Doctor. These cloaks, they're very uncomfortable, sir. They make it hard to use our hands, and if you can't see, a damn thing through the mask. On top of that, we have to burn them every night, because each time we've been to an infected area. For starters, on the outside, they make you very visible. They also grant you a gravitas that commands respect, and raises your prestige as volunteer orderlies. Orderly, Salva Cremens. Number 72. I'm on orderly on quarantine duty. What are your instructions? Sure. Find your family and take off the robes and go and hide. With your family. Orderly. Marat Takikin. Number 28. Started my shift at 10. What's our plan for today, Doctor? Only one plan. Every effort goes towards vaccine. Right now, we're going to identify the strain. Orally, we've been catching those longs, as you instructed. You know, the rare cases where they get infected, but resist the sand pest for a long time. We've got 3 again for today. Over there, on the platform. The stage. I hope none of them are faking it. Yesterday you lot brought in no less than a dozen enthusiastic pretenders. Patient must be questioned, examining the symptoms recorded in the casebook. Yakov Little, could it be yesterday's technique has proved to be right one? As your assistant, it's my duty to inform you that among the recipients of yesterday's vaccine, there appears to be 0 mortality. That is to say, no notification so far. It's a real shame we can't put them under proper observation in an isolation ward. It would have simplified things a lot. Yakov, while you were away, I tried my hand at diagnosing using your procedure. Did you? I'm intrigued. Yakov, so I noted down the symptoms using your approach. I crossed off illnesses based on the principle of impossible combinations, but I didn't really get anywhere. You know, sometimes I try to think like you do. I give it my best try at that. I do this just so I can understand you just a little, and I fail every time. The way our heads work is a complete mystery to me. Do you have the anamnesis? Bachelor. Oh. You mean epicrisis? Bachelor, you really think someone who might get those two mixed up? Dear me, what a blockhead. I know. Also a gawk and all the choice words I've heard from you the past few weeks. I don't think I deserved any of them. Bachelor, you're right. I'm sorry. I forgot myself for a moment. You see, I'm awfully tired. Barely slept at all 3 days now. For 3 days now. Let me walk you through this once more. Thank you, apology accepted, but for now on, please treat me with respect. Bachelor, I'll say it again. Getting the patient's medical history or amnesis is your first priority. There are strictly 3 steps. Step 1, interviewing the patient. It always comes first. No matter how tongue-tied or confused they are. No matter how much they get it wrong. The information is priceless. Even if they're straight up lying, it's still important. Just like if you were an investigator or a detective. Well, I'm no Pinkerton, unlike you. Bachelor, step 2, the exam. This part requires your utmost attention. And when we take note of anything suspicious, we do it in the context of what the patient has told us. Any trifling bodily detail, a scratch, a bruise, birthmark, might turn out to be important. Got it. Bachelor, in step 3, if required, a careful inspection of the surroundings the patient lived in, especially when you feel they're being coy, evasive, hiding something. In a word, lying. Reticence is never without a reason. That's when it becomes a good idea to go and inspect their home. Talk to their neighbors and family. It always adds to the picture. Do you understand? Yes, I understand. Thank you. Then let's get down to it. So I have to inspect them.
Words too break bones.
Harspecs. It looks broken, Erdem. It's not broken, you just don't know how to use it. Harspo. Made any major advances on the vaccine of yours? Oinan. They say precision instruments help with that kind of thing. Alright, touche. You sure are quick with your snappy retorts. I've done the autopsies for you already. Numbers 1 and 3 had the gunk in their lungs. Number 2 had in their bronchia. This just keeps getting worse. A man of the people in the worst sense. Zero education, dozens of opinions. Though I have to admit I'm not always fair to him. Artemy Barak. Son of a local medicine man, medical school dropout, but his hands are gentle. Oh yes, gentle hands. They are terminally ill and I am terminally exhausted, but studying their intercurrent disease might lead to a vaccine for the plague. Oh, nice. Oh, what? Loot the clock. It's not a save. Or is that to like store? Snap out of it, get to work. You're an embarrassment.
Be quiet, you lot. Drilling my temples.
Ooh.
Can't think like that.
Nice.
Camera obscura.
Oh shit.
Camera lumina.
What's that do? Does that raise my blood pressure? Okay, I gotta shut that off. My heart rate? Oh my gosh. Write it down, write it all down. Little, you might just have to replace me. Nina the Wild and Victoria the Warm. Seems like you could have used the rational one. Luda, I'm healthy, just so you know. I don't have anything. Why did they bring you here then? Luda, I had fever, that's why. 2 days of it for no reason. But I'm better now. And I had no scratches on my skin. No yellowing, no sandpaper scratchies, no drought of the mouth. You're certain there was nothing on your skin? Sandpest manifests on the skin first. The fever comes later. Luda, go ahead and examine everything. Head to toe if you must. I won't be embarrassed. This is a question of life and death, after all. And I'm not a young lady anymore. Have you had any contact with the infected? Luda, our house was cleared out after infection came. People were sent wherever there was space. Comfort is a luxury right now. Some people were lucky and ended up in an empty living room. Some got an attic or a cellar. Us, we were put in a boiler room. When it reached our street, they rounded up the whole caboodle of us to the isolation ward. A boiler room, you say? Was it turned on? Luda, of course. The air was so stuffy in there, I tell you, but there was a silver lining. No sickness can survive that hellfire. Your sudden fever is easily explained then. Very pale skin, rarely leaves her home, not much time in the sun. Well, keep your heart rate down. You can rotate her. Okay, examine the patient, their symptoms, add to the casebook. Open the casebook and this can also be done during examination. Check your back. Alright, nothing. Arms. Hematoma. Maybe she bumped into something, maybe it's a symptom. I should ask her where the bruise came from. Okay. So it's just her arms. Harmful habits, smoker. Chest pain, cough, of blood. Oh wait. Oh, so these are all the different stuff you can. Okay, so that suspected symptoms, and then that leads to the diagnosis. Maybe even talk to him. Oh wait.
Why would it matter?
Alright. Oh, we're better. You done with the exam, doctor? Can I go now? Wait for me here. I have no idea. And I died. Alright, I can see where this is going.
Enough.
You called Mr. Dankowski? I'm here. I'm ready to heed. So, Mr. Lowe, we have a patient here. She's claiming to be in good health, despite having had a fever a few days ago. Do we take her word for it? Well, if she had a fever, there must be a reason for it. We have to find it. Bachelor. Remember this, a patient's self-evaluation may be incorrect. That's why you must ask specific questions about the symptoms, about what's coming up during the exam, about the patient's circumstances in daily life. Questions, but how do you connect the answers to the diagnosis? Bachelor, I'll demonstrate. Observe and learn, Mr. Little. I won't be around forever. Patient is running a temperature, in other words, a fever. Open my casebook, look up fever, and tell me how many conditions is it listed as a symptom of? Wait a second. Gee, 8 of them. 8 diagnoses fit the bill. It's a frequent symptom, which means you have to find others and narrow down the search. Then do it again and again until you left just one verdict. Mr. Little, is what's known as a differential diagnosis. The name is self-explanatory. We differentiate between similar things to find the only correct solution to our problem. I can't wait. Let's get down to it. You look pale, ma'am. Has your skin been like this since birth, or is it pallor or recent? Luda, it's not like I get to look in the mirror a lot, live in a boiler room and all, but I don't think I've ever been pale. Rich do-nothings are pale. Me, I'm a commoner. Bachelor, so pallor isn't typical for you. We're marking that as a symptom. Mr. Little, add pallor to the fever in the record. What do we get? A mere 2 conditions down from 8. It's like magic. Bachelor, a single symptom, pallor, eliminates 6 out of 8 candidates. We're left with a choice of just 2. Where did this hematoma come from, my good lady? I mean, the bruise over here, next to your wrist. Did you bump into something, or is it someone who batters you? Don't worry, there's nothing to be embarrassed of when seeing a doctor. Luda, I'm not embarrassed. A bruise? Well, that's news to me. I've never seen it before, and I can't remember anything like what you're talking about. I certainly wasn't beaten up. I must have bumped into something myself and forgotten about it with all the fuss. The boiler room is dark and cramped. That's probably where the bruise is from. Mr. Dankowski, I'm seeing this hematoma, this fancy bruise on your list. Bachelor, are you with us, Mr. Little? Pay attention. She doesn't remember how she got the bruise. She can only guess. The manual provides a more detailed description of the illness for a situation like this. What causes it, who's susceptible, etc. It can give useful clues. Got it. When in doubt, read the condition in detail. Bachelor, practice of medicine takes more than checking symptoms against the list with a schoolboy's diligence. You have to bring your reasoning to it. Here's one way to do it. Tell me, my good lady, do you garden? Do you grow anything? Anything at all, from roses to cucumbers? Cucumbers, roses? I'm not following you at all now, doctor. No, I've never liked digging and shoveling earth and all that. Bachelor, there, earth. Does the boiler room you've been relocated in have an earthen floor by any chance? Luda, that's right, it does have an earthen floor. The boiler room really isn't suited for living in, but in these times I'd be ungrateful to complain. How did you guess, doctor, about the earthen floor? Don't waste your sharp mind on that. Bachelor, it's simple. All kinds of things can be found in your local soils, including microorganisms capable of disrupting circulation, hence the pallor. The bruises were not caused by trauma. A hematoma appears when blood vessel walls are damaged, either by an external force or, as in this case, an illness. An infection can be contracted from contact with earth. We found her diagnosis. You're a genius. Stop it. But have you picked up on the logic? What to do in what order? Interview, examination, follow-up interview. Then you consult the casebook. Back off. Bravo to you, anyway. You're a true master of medicine. So the patient has a sandpest alongside. What's the other diagnosis? I've talked you through it all. You can finish it yourself. The symptoms are fever, pallor, and bruise. Put them together and you get the result. Ludo, what about me, doctor? Where am I to go now? What happens next? You will remain here under observation, and your blood will be used for a vaccine. There's hope that everyone can benefit from this.
Misophonia.
Do I have to go talk to each one of them? Oh my gosh, I do. You're next. Are you gonna burn me? Even if you were going to be burned, I promise you won't be burned alive. No slow, excruciating roasting. Pain-wise, the sandpest is easily worse than slow roasting, doctor. You don't want to ever find out. You have my sympathy. Finished. Mr. Tiny here told me I could be useful to you. Before I die, that is. Said I can find something inside me that slows the pest down. So go ahead, find it. What do you need? Do you want to draw some blood from me? Alright then. Where did they bring you in from? Finished. I walked here from home. Caught it from my neighbors. Knew as soon as the skin on my chest started peeling away. So I waited a day. The neighbor's scream stopped in the middle of the night. I went to check on them in the morning. They were all dead. Me, though, I was alive and walking. And now I'm here. Well, why do you need to know that, doctor? It might come useful. What's your vocation? Finch, I'm a dyer. Been breathing in poisons for 5 years now. One day it's red, the next is blue, then yellow. Could that be why this fever of yours doesn't do anything? Do me anything? It's not very likely. Take off your clothes. Let's do an examination. Peeling skin, you mentioned, unlikely to the disease, most likely eczema. Heartbeat too fast, but that could be a personal trait. Ooh, now this is interesting. His skin is yellowed. Something wrong with the liver? Have you sorted out, doctor? Will I be useful in your remedies? My vaccine is the vaccine I'm working on. Please allow me a couple of clarifying questions so I can be certain of your diagnosis. It's the plague, of course. The sandpest thing, ain't it? The plague, yes, but there's another condition that's prolonging your life. You say it yourself. Your neighbors didn't survive the night, but you're still holding up admirably. Finch, well, blow me down. 2 ailments making me healthier than if I had only one? But you know best, doctor. What did you want? To question me, right? Question all you want. You complained that your skin and your chest was peeling. It was here, right? Finch, on the very middle. I knew right away. Skin turns nasty when you're plagued, right? It's not always like that. May I take another look? I'm not sure what this is. Unlikely to be stone disease. Most likely eczema. The skin on your foot is yellowing. Liver conditions could cause this. Have you ever noticed anything like that? Yelling on my foot? That's dye, doctor. I'm a dyer. A tub spilled once. Here's the burn. It's old. It's healed over time. It's smaller and paler than before. Well then, thank you. This clarifies things. We can rule out liver disease then. Yakov, little. Where is he when he's needed? He should see the symptom disproven. He's always putting all sort of things on the chart and diagnosing every disease in the world. Finch, is that all, or you got more? Give me your hand, please. I'll take your pulse. I believe I've noticed your heart behaving erratically. Finch, it's too fast. Began running fast not too long ago, doctor. Can hear it myself. Thrashing like it's caught in a snare. And too fast indeed. Very middle. Skin turns nasty when plagued right eczema. That is much as obvious. The symptom can indicate one of two diseases. Now, to tell them apart, your pulse and the eczema together give a clear picture. Yes. Finished. Finally, I was afraid I'd just kick the bucket without helping any science. I can pinpoint the diagnosis now. These two symptoms. I'll just say you'll help. Right? You said eczema and rapid pulse? Yeah. Yeah, I already got it. Alright. You're good. Fill it. And there's a story of my life, times up to the present moment, but why do you want to know all these details from me? A half hour's worth of talking will all be beside the point. I thought you'd be interested to know why the sandpest can't get me, because I certainly find the fact interesting. I'd even say amazing. I'm interested too. Your blood may save about 400 people by tomorrow morning, but only if I can correctly identify your other illness. Philip, you sure you're not overstating my importance, Doc? I'm not, and I'd rather you not call me Doc. Alright, let me ask you this, then. What time of day do you feel worse than usual? All the time. I used to be as hardy as a bull wrangler, but now I have trouble even standing up for too long. Get drowsy, my knees give out. It's embarrassing. I feel like I'm failing everyone. Have you been easily fatigued like this for a long time? Philip, I don't take great interest in my own person, doctor. Got enough people to spend my attention on as is, but I have trouble doing my job because of this. It's a rugged man's job. Right. Well, Gimsky co-worked the cemetery shut, and you've been guarding it for, is it 6 days since Tuesday? Philip, this is the third time you're asking me. May I ask why you distrust me so? You said the cemetery had been shut down in order to shield its residents from infection. Does that mean they knew there would be an epidemic? Philip, who knows? At first, they said there had been a blowout of some kind. Sweet soot. It settled on the walls later. Looked like mold. Well, the kin was worried. They're like bees. And how they responded to things. Soon as one makes a noise, the rest are unquiet as well. There was a mighty buzz in the hive, perhaps on account of the poisonous soot. Conditions are tough at the cannery, you know? What's going on there now? Feel it, they're shouting, lots of clamor, and nasty kind of clamor too. It's what you would expect. They're not just having a great time stuck in there like pickles in a jar. No regular meals, not enough drink to go around either. The place is, after all, a poorhouse. Our fat man treats his people like cattle. Getting through the day is a struggle. Small wonder why they're slamming into walls, if it was up to me. The Gimskys call them worms, don't they? Venerable Vlad described your primordial kin to me as being essentially beasts. Philip, you can lock up living creatures against its will. It's how you turn people into proper beasts. But try so much as hinting at that to our Gimsky yes men. They're dead drunk on power. Used to be alright working with them, but now I can't stand those guardsmen. Disrobe down to your undergarments, my good guardsman. I'm going to examine you. Alright. Strange redness. Rash bites or something else. Red spots on his face too. Veins are definitely damaged. The question is, how old is the damage? Oh, veins are definitely damaged. Yes. Okay, we got veins. Not all symptoms have been selected. Carefully examine the patient. Select the missing symptoms in the case book and ask the patient about them. You have a rash? Or was it eczema? Didn't he have something? Oh, and vein damage. Could be Twyron syndrome. Second patient interview. You know something that you can ask the patient about. Phil, let me go with you, doctor. Work. I'm sorry. You're going to have to forget about your work for now. You must remain at the hospital. Phil, I used to guard lock-up people. And now I've been locked up myself. That's life for you, isn't it? That's the kind of joke life plays. You have no idea how sick I am of the jokes life plays. Phil, oh, I was just musing to myself. What do you want me to do? Do I need to get blood? Or maybe take a pill? The weakness you reported accompanies too many different ailments. I must have clarity on the rest of your symptoms. Told you my entire life story, doctor, and you still want more? Ask away then. How long have you had those red spots on your skin? Philip, never had clear skin, me. It's not a clear skin life over here. Although, let me think. Actually, yeah, those spots you're pointing at are brand new. Alright, that knocks it down to 4. Keeping the redness. The veins in your legs don't look very healthy. Have you ever noticed that before? Philip, my legs? They're that way from all the time I spend standing up. It's my job as security guard. 16 hours of standing every day. No, Gimski won't spare a stool for us to sit down. Says it's not the proper way. Bad for discipline. It's imperative to ascertain whether this is a genuine symptom or a false one. Philip, you're quite lost in thought, doctor. Am I really that complicated? Can't wrap my head around little old me being at the center of this brouhaha. There's a syndrome that fits the description, but it mostly affects drunks. So I'd like to ask you, good sir, do you consume alcohol? Do you do it on a regular basis? And what quantities? Philip, the quantity best described is God forbid. In my line of work, you must be alert. So my basis hasn't been regular since last year. Quite the contrary. I've been abstaining. Can't stand a drinker myself. Your diagnosis depends on it. Do you understand? Your diagnosis. As far as I'm concerned, you're just 5 liters of blood packed into a person. I'm telling you, it's not regular. I don't have the habit, period. No, I can't in good conscience put a stamp on the diagnosis. I don't have enough information. Not without home inspection or neighbors' testimonies. I'm going to your house, sir. Philip, my house? Why on earth, doctor? I can't understand talking to me. I can understand talking to me, but filling me up from my head to toe, collecting my blood, but searching my home like I'm some bandit? What did I do wrong? Am I mistaken, or are you seriously frightened? Are you that reluctant to have me visit your house? You did hide something during the interview, just as I thought. Philip, well. Not at all what I expected from a man of medicine. Going off to break into my house, imagine that. Your agitation is extremely suspect. Alrighty. Nice to see everybody gathered around out in the courtyard. Yeah. People in masks? Yeah, that's how they dress around here. The locals didn't even turn their heads. I suppose our big city ways would seem just as wild to them. Hold on. Currently, Irid Baina G. Mendi Dem. Alright, I'm not, yeah. He wishes you many years of life for them. The bulls I vaccinated yesterday, have you brought them? Macaw. The bulls were stolen, or them? Or maybe your bulls perished even. Mother Bodo knows where. The bulls. Here. Now. My bulls. From yesterday. The ones I vaccinated. Is that clear? Stat. Boom, 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 boom. You're looking pretty good. You know, talkie. No talkie. No talkie. Oh, what's up with the mirror?
The superstitions aren't real.
Uh-oh. Time is running out. To exit the district, find arches with clocks. Over here. Dangerous amount. Oh, okay, sweet. I didn't get to read any of that. Is this me? Executor. The poor devils are looters. They just keep on coming today. There was a rumor that out-of-town bandit who was packing firepower had been getting busy here, until suddenly he wasn't anymore. Can't shoot the sand pest, you know. But everyone fancies a firearm these days, so they're flocking to his mortal remains like moths to a flame. So townspeople are arming themselves? Executor, they're preparing for the worst, by the looks of it. As if this could get any worse. Executor, we're managing for now. Those moths had a little ammo on them, and some pilfered odds and ends. One fool had stuffed his knapsack full of tin spoons, probably never seen real silver in his life. Everything of value has been sent to the town hall. We kept the ammo. Send the ammo to the town hall as well. There's this great-haired little man there. Name's Crow, or Jackdaw, or some such. Have it delivered to him. That's just a prototype. The fog conceals danger. 1. Wait, is this me? Where the fuck am I? Dude, is this me? This is kind of fucking dumb. I have to find an arch with a clock that isn't blocked. Changeling. Listen to me, Bachelor. Please, just set our differences aside. You're accusing me of being a sand plague itself. Oh, dearest colleague, how dare they? You must have been hurrying here so you could heal and bless the sick with your sainted touch. Changeling, don't laugh at me. You know I'm helping you. We're in this together, working towards one goal. We're just different, so we each do it our own ways, however we can. Clara, you're extremely suspicious, and that's a fact. I'd call you duplicitous, even two-faced. Changeling, that wasn't me. Not me, but my double. My twin sister I didn't know. I've told you. And that horoscope of yours, too. Respects. He didn't believe me for some reason, even though he did see us two together. And yet the plague follows you wherever you go, and that's a fact. Changeling, it's the other way around. I just feel where the infection will erupt next, and I go there to help. Please, you have to believe me. I'm tired of these ridiculous games. You're a big girl, Clara. It's time to answer for what you've done. Changeling, if anyone, it's she who's ruining my reputation, my twin sister. She must be here somewhere. Try looking around. You might be able to catch her. Will you believe me then? No one has ever seen the two of you together, not even Burak. Neither will I. Correct dose must be administered. Injected drugs, crystalline gauge must be highlighted. What? Is that good? No, I think I want to raise his heart. Oh. I failed to ease the patient's pain, but I didn't add to their suffering. Oh, yeah. I'm about to die. Son of a bitch. So close. The infected. Fleeting moments collect a dying person's time. Tranquility. The patient's passage away was swift and painless. I need to go left. Or straight. That looks blocked. I'll probably have to go right and go around. Oh no.
Thoughts galloping. Tired of this noise. Never alone. Things everywhere.
Alright, now we're this way. Over here. Oh, we found the gate. Oh, yes. That was horrible. It wasn't that bad after you figure out what you're doing, but alright. Down and to the left. Kinda wanna look around. Alright, it's probably because of whatever graphics thing, but the tree, the grass, it's always the grass and stuff, it's a little fuzzy. But other than that, it looks pretty good. Not bad. Clinging to his routine. Could have stayed home and not risked it. No, he couldn't have. I wouldn't be able to either. Are you my bull? Locals are used to barter. Here they exchange microbes. Two patients turned over to the assistant. The third one was a tough nut to crack. A little investigation is needed to clarify his diagnosis. Is this the house then? No. Y'all need checked out.
Don't want to hear this.
No signs of sand pests, just signs of being beaten, a life on the margins of society.
The broken ones don't lie.
Why is that green? Yeah, why are some of them trash cans green? They got something in them? Go home already. Shoo, here, kitties, or whatever. My tongue refuses to enunciate. Difficult case. Diagnosis was almost clear, but the patient denied symptom. Needed to visit his home to find out. I'm so sick of it all. Nice. That helped me. It helped heal me. Two patients, blah blah blah. Is this his place? What a mess, even though the house looks presentable overall. Cleaning lady, a neighbor? Clearly irritated. She might know Philip's neighbor. I just mopped that floor and now you're walking all over it. Took forever to scrub clean, you know. Apologies, I'm not very good at walking in a handstand. My legs always veer off to the left for some reason. Philip's neighbor. Stop with that clowning, will you? First, he's turning the bathroom upside down, but it's our only one of all these apartments. People wash their kids here and take their own baths on Tuesdays and Thursdays. They keep it clean. And now there's you with your remarks. Bet you're a pal of Philip's, aren't you? Philip is in the hospital now. He's under observation. I'm here to find out how he got sick. Philip's neighbor. So Philip's in the hospital, perhaps for the best. Have you been living in the same house for long? Do you know him well? Neighbor. We've known each other since we were kids. He's like a brother to my husband. I helped him out his whole life, with cleaning, cooking, and whatnot. He was a loner with no one to take care of him, and it wasn't too much trouble for me. We were neighbors after all, and friends. Philip was lucky to have you. At this rate, I'll soon start to envy people who live in these small towns where everyone knows everyone. Neighbor. We drifted apart a little as time went on, but he used to always thank me. Then one day it was like, bam, he forgot everything. Never said a word to anyone. Never said a word anymore. Scurried past me to his apartment, eyes down, no hello, no goodbye. But he sure showed his bathroom who's boss. So this sort of friendly rage isn't typical of Philip. He never trashed anything before and was well behaved. Neighbor, what kind of person this is typical of is easy guess. You get this with drunks. One moment he sits there quietly and then he's delirious all of a sudden. With all this ruckus mess, at least he didn't punch anyone out. Perhaps that's why he didn't want me going to his home. He was ashamed. Neighbor, well, what do you think happened? He didn't just trash the shared bathroom. He was sick all over it. The whole place was a mess. I thought I'd never get it clean. You know what it's like to mop up someone else's vomit? How would a smart dresser like you know that, Philip vomited. That's what matters. It's a symptom that hasn't been noted before. Neighbor, have you figured out everything you needed? I'd like to finish with the cleaning here. The kids from downstairs will be here soon to wash their hands before eating. They'll be off better if they don't see this mess. They'll be better off. Just a minute, is there anything else you can tell me about Philip? Do you know any of the other illnesses that he had in the past, chronic or acute? Whatever you can remember. Neighbor, no, that man was never sick. Strong and tough as a cart horse. I mean, I could easily imagine him pulling an actual cart. That was why they hired him to guard the old Gimski meat cannery back in the day. Guarding the meat processing plant is a tough job. May have been the thing that undermined his health to begin with. Neighbor, if you ask me, Philip may be built for the job, but it's not a job for him. The cemetery needs a security to make sure the brutes aren't beating about town, but he was getting sentimental about them. That's why he and I fell out. He argued about whether the worms and the herb brides were our equals, some security guard. And being like that doesn't paint you in a good light, but your neighbor, on the other hand, sounds like a man with a conscience. Neighbor, what a thing to say. Stop trying to confuse me. I don't have time to pick up your philosophizing apart. Anyway, I've got a bathroom to finish cleaning. Philip got into philosophizing too, and it both destroyed our friendship and made him an alcoholic. There's no good in that. Neighbor, who wants to confess to something shameful like that? The thing is, lifelong sots are proud of it, and it's the new made ones who are ashamed. I hope he's ashamed. It's anyone's darn guess if he is. It's like he's become a completely different man. For all I know, he's lost all sense of himself at this point, gone completely off his rocker. I wouldn't say his thoughts were incoherent. Neighbor, he has episodes, you know. Before he trashed the bathroom, I'd hear his muttering coming from behind his door every night. And he lives alone. No family, no one visits him. My husband and I used to be his only friends. He started talking to himself, and that's a sure sign. You may be right after all. Hallucinations do point towards delirium. Neighbor, well, are we done now? I have my limits too, you know. Mopping floors is hard enough, but bad-mouthing a former friend is harder. I'm sorry for the poor dummy. Where's Philip's room? I'd like to take a look. Further down the hallway. Here's the key. I got work to do. You've been very helpful. Ooh, no label on the pills. Can't tell what they are from appearance. Philip took them. Did he know he was sick? Or rags on the bed, huh? Used to put them on his forehead. Oh, used to put them on his forehead. Oh, hello. Boy. Sane Ben Erdem. Well, this is news. The neighbor told me Philip lived alone. You're angry. Yeah, that. Boy, what? Yes, that's much better. So who might you be? I've got nowhere to go. Don't kick me out. You're a kitten burglar, perhaps? Not going back to the Warren. The Warren, what's that? Oh wait, oh, you must be from the Termitary. You're just who I need. You people call it the Termitary. You smell like danger. Go your own way. How can a person's larynx make sounds like these? Are you humming directly with your vocal cords? Leave me alone. Not until you explain everything. Boy, I'll tell. Just let me go. There's a crawl hole out of the warren. Okay, Philip watches it. Help me go around the angry guards. What's inside the place? Please give me full details. My patience time run out. You can speak properly. Don't pretend to be daft. Philip took in head sheltered so no one sees. No one returns me to the warren. Talk quietly so no one hears. So hallucinations should be removed from list of symptoms. Why does it have to be so complicated? Where's Philip? Finally, sensible talk. He's in the hospital. He's ill. I'm a doctor. I need to find out what he's ill with. Will you help me? I will. I saw it. He sickens. I found some pills, medicine. What are these? Who is taking them? We don't use these in the steep. Philip said they are so his head doesn't ache. Another symptom. Good. Does Philip drink vodka, wine? Those steep people are herb infusions of yours. At first glance, I can't see a single bottle. Boy, not a drop. Strict on himself. Doesn't allow me either. Oh, Philip wasn't lying then. So his vein problems must be indeed from standing up at work and not from drinking. How else can I help? These rags on the bed look like they were used in a compress to bind something hot or cold over an injury. Do you know anything about that? I do. I put cold on him. So he had a fever. He didn't mention it during the interview. I worry for him. Stay put. You don't dare sneak away. I need to look around, then I'll ask more in a bit. Dinner, leftovers. Food in this state usually thrown in the trash. Rotten. Smells horrible. Who would eat it? Even rats would probably be disgusted. Now that you promised to help me, will you tell me what happened to Philip? I will. He sickens. There's some rotten food on the table. Did you eat it? Is this what made Philip vomit? Hungry. We needed. Flop pays guards so little. Karoo. It was enough for one, not enough with me. Hard to feed two. Philip walked, looked for cheap food. They cheated, sold rottens. So did Philip eat the rotten stuff, or did he not? Did he get sick from food poisoning? This is scary. Never thought to eat the rot. Even Philip forbade. Then his hunger came, crazy like. Grabbed everything, gobbled everything. I took away, hid, told him bad, rotten, will hurt. He didn't listen, like possessed by some hungry beast. Sudden hunger. Should I add bulimia to the symptoms? Never saw a man wolf bad food like that. Stay put. I have the key. I can finally inspect his living quarters. Oh, what's this? Boy says they help with the headache, but Philip didn't mention headaches. Stoics make the worst patient. Rats, mice, the bait inside is still fresh. Is that it? I don't believe I'll find anything else in this abode. I'm no detective after all. But now we must discuss my findings. Are you ready? Philip's hallucination? Philip's not crazy. Don't joke about this. What's this mousetrap doing here? Is it just in case, or are there actual mice in the place? I mean, you hear them squeaking. Lots of them, bold. Walk here like it's their home. Mites and rats spread disease. The diagnosis is coming to mind at once, but I need to double check. Townsfolk live in houses called beasts. Cleaner in the steep step, whatever. Better, they know nothing. So, mice, headache, fever, hunger, then and the vomiting, fatigue, skid running. The veins are ruled out, but what happened in the bathroom? The neighbor says Philip drunkenly. No, he doesn't drink. He eating bad food, couldn't keep it down. Didn't want to make a mess in here, so he went in where he could do it. In there, water's there for washing. Phyllis said water scared him. Heard the dripping, went crazy. Man be scared of water. I really should take you to the hospital too. You know what? You saw what happened to Philip. You might catch it too. If you feel unwell, don't tough it out. Come to us at once. Alright, time to get back. Are you gonna transport me right back? Dang it. What's up? Oh, you want to trade? Do I have a revolver? Wait, how many? 6. Niki. 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 Dubil Cove. Now, will that just take me back? I'll just go back down this way. Dormitory. Wait, is that... No, just my imagination. Seriously, it's making me run all the way back through here. Alright. Yes. Yes, higher. Higher. Boom. Oh, can't win them all. Is there a mirror that I have to break somewhere? Go straight, but I don't want to look around. Nothing. Hello? Changeling. Hey, look at me, doctor. Make sure you take a good look. Are you upset about something? Upset? Oh, he's upset. Listen, I can't talk to you about important matters when you can't get a hold of yourself. Wait a moment. How'd you escape the orderlies? Changeling. You're beside yourself, Doctor. Your senses are out of tune, which means you don't even understand which world you're in. You're looking at me here, and you see who knows what. I'm tired of all this. All I see is yet another person I don't want to deal with. Changeling, you're apathetic, and that makes you powerless. Your mind is lazy and idle. How can you recognize the truth in such a state? I'll manage. Changeling, I know what you're asking. I know what you're going to ask me, but you won't hear my answer. You won't understand it. And the same goes for their other questions. About Simon Kane, for example. About how you can win. About the fate of your poor Thanatica. Whatever I ask, you won't tell me the truth. It's pointless. 3.5 men. Talk to all the protagonists. Oh my gosh, I made it. Yes. I have nothing on me. I need it. Oh, my bulls. I can't deal with this bull right now. Oh my gosh. Ah, bulls finally. The locals all but worship them. Or do they actually worship them? Negotiating an experiment with bulls proved to be quite a feat. Oh shit, I'm about to die. Oh no. I need to make it to the back. Oh no, I'm dead. Fuck. What? They start me all the way. Alright, maybe that's a good thing. How?
I'd rather not hear at all.
How it got all the way up there, I don't know. Well, if the stuff takes me the other way. Awesome, I'm kind of fed on human blood. Alright, look at that. The gramophone saved my life. Sweet. Alright, heck yeah, look at her riding that bull. Interesting hairdos. Her bride. Senite of good life to you, or them. Here are your bulls, Mikara. You still not glad to have them? Glad to hear it, but are you quite certain that these are the same bulls? Can you not tell bulls' faces apart? You can't even tell a dongi apart by their faces, I guess. We're all the same here to him, like beasts. It's not true. I can tell you ladies apart just fine. They do look similar, like sisters. Her bride, of course we do. We are the Katenge. We are one people. We are the kin. Why did the bull herder say the vaccinated bulls have been stolen? You've insulted them. The worms don't want to deal with you anymore. The worms believe you're a bad man, a churlish and grateful man. I'll try to do better. Are you gonna take her bull's blood? I need to make today's vaccine first. After that, I'll get the universal one. Non le sit lovi. Non le sit bovi. Bovi. Moo. Finally, I've been waiting for you, Dr. Dankovsky. As you can see, I've allowed our volunteer orderlies to leave on a break, but they'll all return as soon as you give the word. Good. Rest is necessary. Let them have a smoke, visit their families, who knows? They might not get another chance. Consider it done. But what of the third patient, Philip? The terminatory guard. Do you have a diagnosis? I haven't put him to sleep yet. I thought he might be useful to you again. I visited his place in Skinner's, had a look around, spoke to neighbors and someone else. I understand his illness. Mikov, just be sure to put it in the document and stamp it too. Thank you. In such chaos, it might slip my mind. But first, I'll have a word with Philip. Philip. Here you are. What took you so long, Doctor? Did my mice detain you? You're joking despite your nerves. That's a good sign. You can relax. I've seen it. And your secret has been uncovered. Philip, so you met him. I tried to protect him with everything I had. I went to your hospital so he wouldn't catch it from me. If we just talked right from the start, we wouldn't have wasted all this time. You stalled an entire hospital. Philip, I've never been a good liar. If I told you too much, you'd know that someone was changing my bandages, that I needed money to feed 2 mouths, so I talked as little as I could. Regardless, I found out. Philip, nothing to hide now, sure. I led the boy through a hidden passage away from the slaughterhouse. He's just a kid, Doctor. It was hardship that brought him to the cannery. And just like that, Fat Vlad put him to work. Young or old, doesn't matter to the old Gimskis. They send everyone to the factory. This might surprise you, but I'm on your side despite the risk. Philip, I'm no hero, but I was taught to draw a line somewhere. I treat people like people, period. I've done what I could. So you believe a terminatory door should be flung wide open now during the epidemic? Philip, they'll starve people to death in the terminatory. It's not just there either. While you were out, I overheard people in the hospital. Aren't you the tyrant who ordered a quarantine? My task is to save as many lives as possible. Yes, it does require some restrictions and discipline. Philip, those are dangerous games you play, Doctor. I'm not the only one who doesn't like restrictions. Today, people endure. Tomorrow, too. But in the days that follow, they'll erupt. I told you, you can't humiliate a living being without suffering consequences. And this imprisonment humiliates the town a second time. You try to shame me, as if the quarantine were some whim I had. If only we had another way. This won't end well, I tell you. Neither of us can tell the future. And Philip, I came to talk to you about your diagnosis. Drink a glass of water, please, before we continue. Philip, take that away. I can't stand hearing the sloshing. Get it away, Doctor. The decisive symptom has now been confirmed. It's enough to make the diagnosis. Wait, hydrophobia? Alright. I've checked the records. You've diagnosed all 3 oddities who didn't quickly die from the plague. You're a mental giant. A luminary. We still don't know if my diagnoses are correct. We waited your verdict with bated breath. What next? Vaccine? Searching the town for more people with the same symptoms as today's 3? Certainly, the same as yesterday. Yeah, cops, sure, done. After that, how much culture should we take? What temperature should we heat it to? Reduce my prior instruction by 1.5 degrees. Don't add too much water. We need the culture medium, but follow the dilution charts. God, we've gotten it down the last 2 nights. We'll manage without supervision, I promise. Rest without fear that we'd ever disgrace you. So, Dr. Dankowski, sir, do you give us permission to proceed? Shall we start? Make up your mind, Daniel Dankowski, vaunted Bachelor of Medicine. They all believe you're a luminary. Yakov, what's going on? I couldn't hear you. Do we begin or not? Go ahead, I will actually leave now. Get some rest before another day just as gruesome. Complete Act 2. Diagnosis made, but there was an error. Today's vaccine something. So self-absorbed, even my own hallucinations don't need me anymore. Trarzine, you've done all that you could, senor. Go on and rest. They wait for you to Stillwater. Yes, I suppose you're right. Eva is the one I need right now. The one oasis of calm and joy in this bedlam.
Misophonia, Dankowski. Be quiet, you lot.
Why is it taking me through there? Patrolman, Doctor, we're rotating. Leaving, that is, abandoning our post. Oh, indeed. Is this an ultimatum? Patrolman, we didn't sign up for this. They've gone and armed themselves. Not petty thieves, no. These proper. Oh, the word thugs. They shoot, Doctor. They stab. It's really unheard around here. Raising a knife against your fellow man, and we're unarmed. Well, I carry an empty pistol, a sort of prop, and I'm fine. I'll walk around without fear. Patrolman, if you're not armed, we can share what we've confiscated. The bullets, ammunition. That's better, give me it. You're saying you've got it in you to kill another living, breathing person? We'll see, won't we? Doctor, we're looking at today from, what's the word, lens of yesterday. We weren't afraid then, neither. Lots of people trying to get inside plague districts like this one. The thing is, yesterday, they weren't shooting, they were stabbing. Today is, as they say, a whole different beast. They had humanity, and now they really don't. They lost their humanity, an exaggeration. Remain at your post. I'm afraid not, Doctor. We're volunteers, we took no oath. Fair enough, you took no oath, but you truly abandoned town, such a fate. Patrolman, not letting thieves in and sick out, fine. Putting yourself in front of a bullet or a blade, well, to say it again, that's a whole different beast. The fact that you brought us to this state, without provoking. Again, really unheard of. And on that note, as they say, we take our leave. Go wherever you like. It's certainly not a job for cowards. Fucking zigzag.
Got you.
What'd you say?
There he is.
The fuck? Okay, I actually put one in. Okay. Well, now if I have to.
Come over here. There he is.
Do it.
Hey, you.
Was I on fire? What the hell is going on?
The turn drill.
Closer. Hold it. Where are you going? Come over here.
I don't know where I'm going. I'm just going. I'm running for my life. Excuse me, sir. Oh, is that it?
Vibrant. Everything's so vibrant.
Why am I walking so slow? Oh my gosh, let me go. Oh my gosh, I made it. I will draw my gun only in dangerous districts. Straight ahead. Kinda wanna look around a little bit. Why is it every time I touch one of these, I get hurt?
Be quiet, you lot.
I hear children. What are they doing? Playing with the boat? A toy ship. What is it made of? They could have made it from the drafts of my decrees instead. Boy, raise the yellow flag. Girl, the yellow flag doesn't stand for quarantine, you dumb. It's the other way around. Boy, it's you who stands for quarantine. The yellow flag means hang all borders. Yellow flag means plague on board, so you're correct. That's correct. Girl, get us our boat, mister. Boy, that boat used to be my hat, you dumb. Girl, that's because your head is so small. A matchstick head. So this boat is a headdress. Boy, he won't get you the boat. Boy, his head is ill-fitting. Boy, he thinks in mere 3 dimensions. Girl, you won't do it? Oh. You won't do, mister. Leave the boat be. Just don't steal boats from the ferryman. Oh, can I get it? I can go out there, but I can't. Oh, I got wet feet for nothing. It's a nice little area. Yes, I've rummaged through trash cans over there. Alright, let's check this place out.
Superstitions aren't real.
Neighbor claims though a loyal Eva waits to share an evening conversation with me. She's not alone. When did our talks become part of Bachelor Dinkowski? Locked. Even doesn't know what's in there. I think there's a dwarf in a mask. Oh, hello. taking that bullet. Better talk to her before I touch stuff. Oh, there's more. Oh yes, let's look at the picture. The crows. Oh. Oh. Alright, let's talk to Eva. Excuse me.
A pinewood house, a knife of brass, a friend in words. These are all glass.
I always speak in riddles. Eva, you're back just in time. You know, a mob is slowly gathering outside the house. I didn't see anyone. Eva, I did. They peer into the windows. They're planning something. Deliberating. Sometimes they carry torches, and sometimes stakes. I think they're up to the wickedness. You often see what isn't there, Eva, don't you? Eva, if you decide to go out and check after all, please take me with you. And how are you going to help me, Eva? Besides, I'm sure you just thought you saw all that. Can I talk? Don't want to talk. You believe some strangers have wandered into our yard. I better go out and have a look. Charge. Oh, unavailable in the demo. Oh. Prepare. Oh, okay. That's cool. You can fix up your thingy. Oh my gosh, so dark. I can't see. Was that a window? They reclaimed. Review decrees. Power often takes the form of solid wood and a few sheets of paper. It was paper that exiled me here, too. Monographs, denunciations, a scandalous note in the Daily Herald. See the past. Two more districts need to be quarantined, but then how will I get to the hospital? No nights here, only faded timelessness. Better not break it by accident, looking like warmed over death.
Once Dankovsky, now 1,000 fragments of Dankovsky.
Whoops. Alright. Head back down.
Huh?
It's alright, we're gonna fix this.
Misophonia, Dankovsky.
Oh boy. That happened fast. I didn't even hear her fortress is under siege. Tar him, feather him, smear him with brimstone, put his head on a spike. Oh shit. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, hey, what's up?
100 years is a bit too long. Too long. 40?
It's so hard.
40 clearly isn't enough.
You done? Thank you. Eva, it's so hard on you, poor thing. Look, some of your hair has turned gray in the past days. You're a learned man. Why does it do that? Can someone's hair really gray so suddenly? Hold on, Eva. We're in danger. Let's drop this idle talk. Eva, see? I told you so. That talk remains in the past, and it won't happen again. What's happening out there? What do they want? I made one mistake. Just one? What mistake? Now you're making fun of me? Bachelor. Now you're making... Oh. Tell me, what was it? Did you make this mistake in the past? Or do you know how to make it right? Bachelor, yes. You see, I was trying to tune down the panic and stop the infection from spreading. So I issued some harsh decrees on quarantine measures. I told everyone to stay home. No talking, no sneaking out. Not everyone found this enjoyable. But it was the right thing to do. Bachelor, it all piled up rather unfortunately. Your regular supply train was running late, and the quarantine was very sudden. Many people lacked necessities, food, medicine, water, much more. The town became a rat trap, and a cornered rat pounces on the cat and even overcomes it sometimes. Bachelor, I thought it was all through. I will revoke the decree. Right now, it won't get any worse. No one complied with it anyway. It just led to exasperation. No sanitary measures. There's no authority here. Just anarchy and chaos. To hell with it. I'm revoking the decree this instant. Is it not too late? Well, something has to be done anyway. I guess we'll see. I'm coming upstairs. Eva, oh, a boy came here recently, agitated, angry, carrying some papers. I gave him bread and dried apples. He's upstairs by the table you signed all your papers at. Yes, I know, that's Sticky, the town hall's messenger. Nimble kid. Alright, so emergency command desk is on the second floor. So was I supposed to get burned? I don't understand. Oh, hey, what's up, buddy?
Rough as Dutch, safe to touch. Smooth as bone, leave it alone.
Alright, I'll try to remember that. Sticky. So they made a bunch of decrees about the town. Like there weren't enough already. Told me to bring them to you for approval. For review, not approval. I'll only approve them if I find the least minimally sensible. Sticky, you'll have to ask the higher ups. I just bring you what I'm given. You decree, we carry it out instantly. You got full authority 2 days ago, didn't you? So use it. We'll obey. As far as I'm concerned, roosters do the crowing, and who cares if the sun doesn't rise? Yes, and I'll use that authority to lift the quarantine. It can't get worse than it already is. Decrees. Up to 3 decrees can be issued per day. Issued decrees can apply to any available day, not just the current one. Bad decree. The enacted decree is causing problems. Select and remove it using Z. Prohibit dying. Quarantines. Experimental vaccine day 4. Oh shit, who are you? Where'd Sticky go?
What should a man do once his guts have turned to rags?
Wipe up his blood with him? I don't know. Khan, remember our request? There are 500 kids at the Pathologic right now. 522 to be precise, not counting me. The tower supports our weight just fine. Don't order the evacuation. It must not happen. We agreed yesterday that I'd make no promises until I've conclusively studied what keeps their impossible tower standing. Khan, it's the gift of Isaac. It's the perfect isolation ward. It's above ground, made of glass, across the river. We're not in any danger of contracting the sand pest. You're in danger of this tower collapsing, which, unlike the sand pest, would have a 100% fatality rate. Khan, do I understand you correctly that you no longer regard the sand pest as a threat? What makes you think that? Khan, you lifted the quarantine, and I think we agreed you'd stop calling me kid. I just signed the decree. The ink hasn't even dried. Khan, you're living in some special timeline of your own, Dr. Denkovsky. For all I know, it might have taken you a fairly long time to sign the decree. In the meantime, the weather has turned fair and quarantine is nothing but a memory. Go outside and see what you have wrought. I'll go have a look. My decrees aren't usually this popular in your town. What? Is she the thing?
You fear me because
She is.
you fear an end to your loneliness.
Ooh, Shabnak. Hello, Doctor. Thank you for clearing the way for me. I can assume this is a case of damned if you do, damned if you don't, as my colleague Barak would put it. Shabnak, you're not. You're just a smart fellow who finally understood that I'm a blessing, not a curse. That Simon of yours figured it out long ago, by the way. That's why he allowed me into the town. That's why he took my communion. Is that why he died? Shabnak. Oh, Bachelor, he hasn't died. You're just looking in the wrong direction. He excluded time from this world, and thus became immortal. He's dying, sickening, living, rotting, thriving, all at once. He found a way. Just a minute. Give me some time to think. Shabnak, I can't wait. I have time aplenty, an infinite amount. Oh, I can't wait. You say he's excluded time from the world, so I'll just include it back. Ooh. Holy crap, there's a lot of stuff to read. Wait, am I supposed to go to the polyhydron? My temporary safe haven. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Damn them.
I guess I can't use it anymore. Alright. What am I doing, lady? Madame. Nothing. Am I even supposed to be in here? I need to find a mechanical clock and restart the time. Sounds easy. Easier than anything I did in this town. Tragedy and... What troubles you, senor? Your day is over. It's not just the illness, it's the chaos. As soon as I've contained the plague, the town erupts into rioting. How do I work in every dimension at once? There's not enough of me. Tragedy and... A mire, indeed. So let not your grave become. It may be best to cry surrender. At least you've held on to humanity. A feeble joy through that may be to you. You can but do things that can be done. No more. Accept your fate as it so stands. There still can be a victory in this. No, I think there is a solution. It just hides somewhere unusual. Is that a clock behind you? Tragedian. Is time itself your quarry now? Would you repair the past? Can such a thing be done? Senor, you know the literature on this. A flap of wings hither, a storm hither. Oh, thither. Thought that one tale is yet unwritten. I'll at least try to picture how things might have gone differently. Tragedian. Well said. But I knew you not to be a Berkelian. I suppose my remaining option is to become one. Tragedian. Then lay your head and sleep, or you will stare into the clock's face as if it were a stereogram or a sacred icon. Perhaps it shall become what is not. I'll just recall what happened 2 days ago. Another day. Telling a story requires time. Time is embodied in amalgam. Amalgam? I will consume it when trying to recall another day. A new day brings new memories. Select a day to explore. Okay. That's it. It's only the beginning. Day 3, in which the bell tolls.
I can feel the cracks in my lacquer. See?
Uh-huh. Eva, good morning to our guest, Dr. Denkovsky from the Capitol. Did you sleep comfortably? Quite. Eva, I dreamt that I could fly, or rather tried to. And though I did succeed, mine was a strange flight. At no great altitude, and horizontal. Less of a flight than a swift glide above the ground, atop an unseen moving platform. But I was yearning for an upward soar. Somewhere vertical. And you, what did you dream of? The usual, an empty street at night, lined with 4 lamps, and it's at its end a brick house. I walk towards the house and cannot reach it. Eva, your face is very weary. 30, aren't you? I'd say you look much older than your years. I like that you have no gray hair. It's coal black. Not raven. That's a different shade from yours. Not a single gray one yet. I think you have poetic inclinations. My taste in poetry is mostly Horace, so I'm doubtful we'll be on the same page. Eva, you have a troubled day ahead of you. Will you be back tonight? I will be waiting. I don't have options, do I? I should leave my travel bag here. Eva, I think you'll be in great need of a listener after the kind of day you'll have today. I'm not being dramatic. I'm just saying a flurry of events awaits you, many of which will stump you. You can bet on that. Ah. Nice.